Welcome to our daily reflection for this Friday, May 2nd. And today we have an extraordinary speech in the Acts of the Apostles that doesn't come from one of the apostles. It comes from this famous, at the time, one of the most famous Jewish teachers, Gamaliel, whom Saul of Tarsus would study under as the top, teacher. Even Saul recognized that Gamaliel was the best teacher he could study with, and so in his zeal, he studies under Gamaliel. And so Gamaliel, we get a glimpse here in this one speech of just how wise Gamaliel truly was. And as the Sanhedrin's gathering, deliberating, what are they going to do to Peter and John? Should they beat them? Should they execute them? What should do with them? He tells them, he says, look, fellow children of Israel, he's like, I want you to be careful what you do with these men. And let's be prudent, he says, and realize that, many people claim to be the Messiah. And he gives a couple of examples of Theudas and Judas the Galilean, who had quite a following of people. And then when they were killed, their movement dissolved and became nothing. So he's like, don't get so bent out of shape about this messianic movement, right? We've seen them come and go. They don't have a tendency to last. But then he gives a testimony that I think is one of the most powerful. He says, look, I tell you that have nothing to do with these men. Let them go. And for if this endeavor, right, if this movement is of human origin, it will destroy itself. Isn't that true? Think about that. Things that are of human origin don't last. There's no dynasty that has lasted. There's no nation that's lasted. No corporation that lasts. And if it lasts a generation, it's amazing, right? Or two. And so why? Because there's just something about human nature that we destroy ourselves. We tear down ourselves. We become complacent, corrupt after success. We become divided. Human pride and ego, we tend to turn on ourselves. And he says, and I just think this is so powerfully true. If this human endeavor is of human origin, it will destroy itself. But if it comes from God, you will not be able to destroy them, right? If it's of divine origin, no human being can destroy it. Now think about that. What kingdoms are still around active today that were in the time of Peter and John and Jesus? Yeah, none, right? What corporations, what businesses, what family farms? No, none of these things still exist, right? Except for the Catholic Church, right? Going all the way back to Peter, if you go to St. Paul outside the wall, it has this beautiful thing where they put all the popes in order. And you walk along the long colonnades and you see one pope after another. And it's the only institution in the world that has existed for 2,000 years. Why? Because as Gamaliel gave witness to, it's of divine origin. And even those of us in the church, we've tried to destroy the church ourselves through our sin and division and all the different things, and we can't do it, right? So think about that. The church, even with bad popes and bad, colleges of cardinals, can't destroy itself because God won't let it be destroyed. And so that's why our hope is in the Lord, not in men. And people who get worried about the church, is there going to be a schism? Is there going to be this division? I'm not worried about the church because it's in God's hands, and neither should you be. And let's realize that Gamaliel's witness should give us great faith and trust that the church is the work of God, and let's put our faith and hope in Him as Peter and John did. May the Lord bless and keep you.
This daily reflection is brought to you thanks to the generous support of the Mission Circle. Join the Mission Circle to help Catholics worldwide understand, live, and share their faith. Sign up at missioncircle.org today.